The Yankees promoted Jasson Dominguez, and the Rangers are promoting Kumar Rocker. Let's discuss on Fantasy Baseball today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5 on Tuesday, September 10th. I am Frank Stampfl, joined by Scott White, and we had two big prospect promotions announced on Monday. The Yankees recalled Jasson Dominguez, who started in center field. He was batting 6th in this game. He went 1 for 4 with a steal and a run scored. Has had some big numbers in the minors this year. He's only 21 years old and is 57% rostered on CBS. Scott, do you think Jasson Dominguez should be a must-roster player?
Pretty close. Those shallower 3 outfielder leagues, particularly if some people have already been eliminated. I don't know that everybody has somebody they can drop for Jasson Dominguez, but I would say I'd put him in my top 40 rest of season. So if that translates to must roster in your league, then sure, he's must roster. And obviously he has the upside to perform better than that. I think what I like most about him is that he's already semi-proven in the majors. We saw him come up for 8 games last year, and he homered 4 times in those 8 games. And I'd be more worried. I think the more bankable part of his skill set isn't even the power. It's the speed, because the stolen base totals have been consistently high in the minors. And the power to go with it. Yeah, I mean, this could be an impactful player down the stretch, sort of like Dylan Cruz was when he got called up. Will he live up to its potential right away? I can't say for sure. But again, it helps that we've already seen him have success at the major league level, as brief as it was. There might be a minor playing time concern for Jasson Dominguez still. I do think they called him up to play most every day. But notably, Alex Verdugo was still in the lineup. For his first game back, it was Giancarlo Stanton who took a seat instead, and I imagine they're still going to want Stanton in the lineup more days than not. Verdugo homered in this game, and in his last 15, he's batting .333 with 2 homers. So is he just completely out, just starting occasionally in place of Stanton, and Dominguez is going to be in the lineup every single day? Maybe. That's possible. I'm not totally sure of it, though. It might depend somewhat on how Dominguez is doing, frankly.
Mm-hmm. And the Rangers are calling up pitching prospect Kumar Rocker to make his major league debut Thursday against the Mariners. And it's been a long road for Kumar Rocker, who got drafted twice, 2 years in a row in the first round by 2 different teams. He was drafted by the Rangers a couple of years ago, had to have Tommy John surgery. He was a huge big name prospect coming out of Vanderbilt, and it's really taken him some time to build up and return. And the numbers in the minors this year are fantastic. 196 ERA, .79 whip, 55 strikeouts over 36 2/3 innings. He's 18% rostered. Scott, what are you expecting here from Kumar Rocker? Do you think there's enough time for him to make a difference in fantasy?
Well, I imagine he might have 3 starts left. This first start is against Seattle, so you can't ask for a much more favorable matchup than that, but are we going to trust him right away? I don't know about that, but then next week he lines up for another favorable matchup, the Blue Jays, and then the final week it would be the Athletics. So if he hits the ground running in this first start against the Mariners, then maybe there's a ton of upside here for Kumar Rocker. And in fact, maybe other than Paul Skeens, he might be the starting pitcher call-up this year that I'm most excited about. That's how it's been going for him. And his prospect stock has been like a roller coaster ride over the past few years between the draft fakeouts and the injuries and even some performance issues. But there's not much negative to say about his performance this year. Between Double and AAA, the 7 starts between Double and AAA, Kumar Rocker, not only did he have an 0.91 ERA, 71% strike rate, 23% swinging strike rate. That first number is George Kirby-like. That second number is Spencer Strider-like. You combine those two, what are we talking about here? Granted, it was against minor league hitters, and it's doubtful that those percentages are going to be that high in the majors. If they are, I think Kumar Rocker is probably the best pitcher in the world. But even in the minors, you don't see stats like those very often. And to have them both for the same pitcher, I think there's a world of upside here for Kumar Rocker. I think even if you don't see a way to fit him in your lineup for those last 3 starts, more so the last two. If the first one goes well, even if you don't see a way to get him in your lineup, you should probably pick him up just to prevent him from being used against you.
And Kumar Rocker, 18% rostered on CBS. I think pretty clearly needs to be rostered in dynasty leagues and in some deeper keeper leagues. If you keep, 7, 8, 9, 10 players in your keeper league, I think Kumar Rocker is a name you might just want to pick up. Let's see how he does, and could potentially be in the Rangers rotation on opening day next year. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else podcasts are found. Thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5, and we will be back again tomorrow. Bye-bye.